Good morning. A very merry late Christmas to all of you. Thank you for coming today. Thank you to our breakfast show, Beginners Level in here. I hope my message find you good and healthy after the long weekend that many of you had, and I think we all had a good break too. Had a little bit of feast. I hope all those get together didn't put you too much weight too. That's right. Now the market is back today. Unfortunately, the market's still holding up at this base in here. So we are looking at where we are today. So let's look at what we have in store for you today. And thank you for in. And okay, we have a lady here, Jax, who would like me to review on some of you who have something that you want me to review. Just please go ahead and thank you for sharing this video in here. And let's move on to what we have for you. Now, this morning, definitely in our segment that we have, okay, we have what we do is look at the Christmas giveaway. Now, you all remember the Christmas giveaway, right, that we had 2 weeks ago. For your feedback and review, we have the winners. That's right, we have the 5 winners that we have in here, and those 5 winners, you will get 500 credit plus a 1-day course. And let's see who they are. Drums roll please. Now here are the winners. That's right, we have 5 person in here: Thomas, Jane, CK, Hong, and Mohammad Ashro Gulam Nabi. That's right, we have 5 of them winner. Thank you, congratulations, and we should have a clap, right? That's right. So these are the winners, and they have been very generous with their feedback, and I'm going to show you some of the feedback that we have in here. First, from CKHR: since following Martin and the team less than 3 months ago, my non-performing stocks less than 40k has been revamped, and now I am trading much better off, recovering and more than 30k. And he's pretty confident going forward. 2021 is going to be a relatively good year, and I hope that also apply to some of you too in here. Okay, let's look at another winner in here who got the extra 500 credit in here. Thomas used to think that trading stocks is based on news and stock tip, but since knowing Trade VSA and SMARTRobie, he is been much better off. We trade with a plan and confidence. And also next one is also Thomas continuing on. So this is the one that he shared. So those are the stocks that the winner that we talk about in here. Let's move on now. If you want to know more about the programs and some of the feedback, you can always go to the FB review in here. But today, let's talk about what we have a show for you today. The breakfast show with SMARTRobie. And today is the beginners level. That's right. So beginners level tend to be a bit more careful with some of the stocks that we have. So we talk about the trading plan, and we also focus on the Pentagon Guider. That's right. So Pentagon Guider in here. Now, so this morning, the market seems to be quite muted, hasn't seen much of a action that we see in here. So let me just, I apologize. I've had some difficulty bringing it up. So what I want to do here is looking at this, SMARTRobie in here. Let's look at where the market is this morning, and we are here. And let's look at the here. So the KLSE, I'm looking at my phone here. It is up 8 points. That's right. To this morning, we are at 1650. Not too bad for the year coming to an end in here. And definitely, we're going to be looking some stock pick. Also, I'm going to be sharing with you something we felt that at the end of the year, which is appropriate, and something that many of the public and yourself been watching. And you've been following a bit of the breakfast show with SMARTRobie, and you kind of find out what can you do with all those ideas and where's that leading into. So we're going to be sharing you a trading strategy, a portfolio trading strategy based on a capital amount of 35,000. That's right, 35,000 here. And we're going to be sharing with you later on how you want to do this. And this is something that we plan to do this in our 1-day workshop course for especially those the winner that have joined are wonderful. So you'll be technically knowing how to do the trading strategy that we talk about in here. Because pretty much of everything that we have done, we sort of like been giving you the share trades. It's important that if you combine it all together, do it correctly, like then you will experience what like the reader CKHR has experienced with a very good return. Now let's look at our news headline, what we have for you so far. We are looking at economic reform. That's right, the Malaysian GDP will continue to grow. And having said that, the share market has really propped up, and this is also due to the continuing forecast for 2021. But the news focus along reform, which is really much needed, and talking about high nation income and high productivity income, and the labor issue that we have in Malaysia that you've seen in the COVID-19 in Klang and in Johor is exemplifying that where our country, Malaysia, need to do more, doing more high value manufacturing rather than the low value and what we call labor intensive. We have seen that before. So this has been prompted by many economists as well as analysts over time, but it is more important, especially beginning a new year, 2021, which is only a few days ahead, that we continue to see this market going up. All right, there's another in here to review is Tech Fast. We will look through that. So having said that, let's move on to our next new headline is CPO prices. Now, we all know that CPO prices will continue to do so much better and will stay above the 3,000 level in here. So a lot of plantation sector will do well. Right now, the CPO traded almost 3,700 spot prices. Of course, the third month contract will be much lower. It is almost at the what we call 25-year high according to this report in here. So yields pretty good, as well as the weather is going down. So the plantation sectors will definitely do much better, and we'll have a chance to look at some of those plantations stocks that we talk about, like TSH, Ta'an. We have also United Plantations and the smaller, that's a larger cap. So a lot of the FGV will be taken up private in here so forth. So some of those stocks will pretty do very well. Okay, now let's move on to the next here we have is Yili. Yili is currently is still trading pretty much in the sideways market, as you can see, but this news seems to be showing that they are wanting a lot of growth in there. We will look at the charts in here, but I've seen it earlier on, and the market seems to be showing it's still in the green pentagon in here, but just moving sideways in here. So it's looking to diversify. So let's move on to next is PentaMaster. Now PentaMaster, let me just bring out the chart that we have for you here, and let me just. So if you look at PentaMaster, you bring in this thing up, and let me just blow this up chart for you, and you will see that PentaMaster is looking to set higher, continue going to break higher in here. Blue trend zone, green pentagon, that's looking certainly good. So we'll see where pentagon is going to take us. But this news is definitely pushing up to the next possibility sales that they will have, which is the continuing good sales and Batu Kawan and the medical services and healthcare. I think this will, as right now we are seeing the setup pretty good for the PentaMaster. Okay, let me just look at PentaMaster. Okay, sorry, just now that one was Sindex. And this is the PentaMaster that we see, very similar in here, around the just short of the $5 mark, did hit a new high, and it's in green pentagon. So the green pentagon came in earlier on, and some of you may ask why is the focus on the green pentagon, and I'm going to share with you the results are pretty good. And use the pentagon that you have, especially in SMARTRobie. When you have a stop, make sure you have a green big pentagon behind you, and also in blue trend zone, and follow those trades that you have. So right now this market in here, you can see PentaMaster is up 1.62%, so that's pretty good, and based on this news in here. All right, let's move on to the next we have for you is the US market. The US market and the housing seems to be working very well. We can see coming to year end. That's right, coming to year end. That's a lot. Having been said that, if you look at the SMARTRobie news that I have here, so we would get the news. You go to the KLSE news in here, you will see that Bursa Malaysia is to ride on the Santa Claus rally next week, which is actually this week. So this is the continuation where we see, as well as we're seeing that in the US market. So the US Dow Jones is well supported above 30,000 and is looking pretty good. All right, so that's will also pass on to our Malaysian market that we've seen so far. Now, also, we're going to be looking at some of the stock pick that we have early on, the beginners of our trade. JF Tech, it's coming back 4.5%. Remember, the market has dipped down a bit. It's in the correction mode. From the KLCI side, you will see it is running on orange trend zone. So when orange trend zone, the market will correct. It seems to be in the correction mode. But some of these stocks like JF Tech held pretty well, which we picked on 30th of November. Press Metal 13.9% on 30th of November. SLWare 16%. It has pulled back a bit, definitely for sure. 23%. On the 23rd of November, and SL Scientex, which is 0.2%. All right. We also be looking at the charts. One of the charts we selected last week was Padini. All right. So let's look at Padini that we have last week for our beginner in here. Okay. Right. And definitely I want to pull out is also the what we call the trading plan. Okay. The trading plan for Padini. So you can see this is the trading line for Padini. So let me just bring this up again. So we're going to review the stock lesson learned, okay? And I will bring this up. So you will notice here. Let me just bring this up again. Okay, so you can see this is Padini, and weekly chart was green pentagon on the 14th of November. So 14th November, this was here and was 297. We had the red pentagon. So right now we can update this. It was at the green pentagon and blue trend zone. So stop loss is 280. Okay, right now is 292. Stop loss is 278. So you can see the lowest point in here was 282. So it didn't hit our stop loss. No doubt we are in red pentagon, right? So which means the market tend to likely to move sideways more than anything else. So we just have to be very careful with this. But remember, we do have what we call a holding period. So the holding period usually is 2 months. If the trade don't work out in 2 months from the 14th of December, we will exit, or whichever comes first, 280 or 2 months. And remember, we have a strategy in here. The strategy is not to stay on and try to hope. Many times, a lot of the beginners, I always talk about being a trained investor and a trained trader. Do you want to become a trained one? If you're not, then generally you live up to what is best for you, and then the performance has been up. Because I'm going to share with you, if you have followed some of the strategy that we talk about, your result will be so much better in here. And that's what this channel and this show is all about, is to improve your trading by being a trained. So if you look at here, the profit target is 344, and this it's still holding up in here, and it's still above it. It looks pretty all right. You just need to give it time. Now remember the previous slide, if you go back in here, right, and you can see after 30, the stock that we selected, Padini, was only 21st of December. So if you look back, some of these stocks, it will generally move up, right? And you need to give a bit of time. Just like any cooking too, you still need to give it a time. So that is where a lot of the so-called beginner, they tend to jump in, they want to have fast money in here, but you have to give time for the trade. So it's important for you to study again the charts that we want to do. If you really want to have fast money in here, then you will need to have a different sets of tools. Remember, today the focus is on beginner trade idea in here. So the beginner trade idea in here, we want you to see how the trade evolves bar by bar and how the trade goes up. So definitely having what we say in here, the trading plan, all right? The trading plan will hold you, as this is the charts going forward, how you want to see the market move up slowly in here. So that's the trading line for Padini. So bottom line is, we don't need to exit yet. It is still holding up nicely inside there, right? No problem whatsoever. Okay, so let's move on and to see where some of the stocks. I know some of you stocks want me to look at Iris, and it's good. If it's going up, I think no need to worry so much. If it's going up, you just need to know where is your profit target. Okay. Now, all you ever always want to do is just follow SMARTRobie. If it's in hit the ATR stop loss, you want to be out. All right. And if it's not, just stay with the trade, and it's going to go up. Okay. So let's look at what we have next for you is I think we done the Padini, the lesson learned. So lesson learned from Padini. Number one, stay with the trade. The stock was just picked last week on the 21st of December. Having said that, it is still trending up, no doubt. It was a red pentagon. Okay, red pentagon means you have to be alert. If you want to exit, you can exit, but it didn't hit your ATR stop loss yet. Two things can happen in here. Some of you who are really fearful, you might want to exit half. and then the remaining on the ATR stop loss, or else just let the flow go. We may see a bullish month which is coming in here. Definitely, then you will see Padini to move up. All right. So let's look at some of the stocks that we have for you today for the beginner's trade level. We have two in here, Pekka and Dufu. All right. So let's construct the plan for Pekka. Okay. So just bring this up here. So this is a Pekka. This is Padini. So we'll switch on to Pekka. So if you don't have, okay, now you can see here, Pekka looking very classic, okay? Looking to break higher, $1.64. You have the spring in here. And definitely we have the volume coming in. This today is just 10 o'clock volume. This is a real-time chart in here. So you see by the end of today, I do think Pekka is going to break up nicely in here, all right? So that's one of the stocks that we are looking at. So let's do our trading plan. As I said before, we want to do this so you can follow it very well. So this is the okay, okay, so this is Pekka. So let me just type this Pekka first. So let's look at Pekka. So we're going to do this. We're going to bring up the trading plan. So what is the market direction we have so far for Pekka? Okay. So the weekly direction here we have is there. Okay. There is a weekly resistance. Okay. At what is that? The weekly resistance is at 164. Okay. 164, and Pekka looking, okay, let me just move this back here, looking to break higher. Okay, looking to break higher. Okay, let's also switch to a weekly chart. And what does it look like? Yes, if you look at the weekly chart, if you have followed this, you would have gone in about 86 cents. That's already 100% return for that one. So weekly chart looks pretty good. So we're gonna write that down. Okay, so because we're going to come back and review weekly charts, looking bullish. Okay, and okay, looking bullish. Okay, so we switch this back to daily. So keeping very simple. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So this could be the what we call the fourth time breakout. Okay, so fourth time breakout. Okay, breaking 164 is the fourth time breakout. Okay, so indicator are very simple in here. We could see we have there's a spring sign of strength, right? Back few bars, and we have green pentagon on what day was that? Okay, what day was that? Let's take a look at what day was this. This was on the 23rd, okay, 23rd of December. So important price level 164, okay, breaking what we call fourth resistance, okay, we call it fourth resistance of the fourth time breakout, okay, at what price? 164. So it's happening today, and the date is actually, the last time it actually had this date was where? 16th of December. So looking to break out. So that's very nice. All right. So we will get in, which is 16th of December. So now it's 28. That's looking good. Okay. So price to enter is now, okay, at 164. Okay. 164. Stop loss. Okay. Stop loss. We can put it just below this spring here. Okay. The spring low is 139, or you can follow the SMARTRobie stop loss. So 139. So for this example, we just want to, okay, target profit in here again. Going back to Pekka. So I'm just going to look at Pekka. I type it in here. Okay, Pekka will be looking at exit strategy. Okay, 176. All right, or wait until red pentagon. Okay, red pentagon or 176. So we can look at the what's the other one? Trading plan for Pekka is pull back 164, so exceed 164, so it should be in. So we should be in today, hold 2 weeks to 2 months. So we will look at about maybe going back here, 176. Okay, profit target 176. Okay, 176 or higher, and we want to hold it for, since the market is bullish, we just want to hold it for 2 months. Okay, hold it for 2 months. Okay, there you go. So we hold it for 2 months, and that's it. All right, so that's a very simple plan that we have for Pekka. And let me just write down the date here, 28th of December. So we're going to come back and review this later on in our later shows. Okay, so we have that one. So Pekka in here. So very similar. Let me just pull this down again so you can see. So it's very similar. You can do that for Dufu. Let's take a look at Dufu. Having said that, that's stop. Okay, Dufu, and you can see Dufu in here. So Dufu again, also green pentagon, and today is up 1.26%. So that's looking very nice too. And this is 24th of December, just came in here, and look at. Now remember, those of you who from our master class, we did talk about the trading strategy, which I'm going to share with you in here. Right now, the market, the KLCI is definitely bearish. Having said that, so you don't need to enter, if you know what I mean. If you're following the trading strategy that we have for you, you don't need to enter. But those of you who want to trade, just proceed on. But then you will have, if you follow the trading method that I'm talking about, that will give you more edge and going forward. It's just that the way how we look at market. Having said that, all right. So let's move on to our next portion. We're going to be looking at the oh yeah, let's look at some stocks that you guys have. All right, then we're going to move on to another section I want to share with you. So first one we have was Jax. Okay, Jax, let's look at Zac. Okay, so Jax right now, if you look at it, is still in orange trend zone, so which means the market may move sideways or down. All right, again, I don't think it hit the stop loss, so we just need to check the stop loss in here. So let me just put in Jax. So that's what we always say. If you can't learn how to read the chart, then follow SMARTRobie idea here. So you look at the stock comment and charts for Jax. You can see Jax now is still bullish, still considerably bullish, but is in the orange trend zone. Be careful as the uptrend may reverse soon. Look for further confirmation. Wait for green pentagon to turn green before to buy. That's right. That's from in here. So that's certainly looking not an issue at all. All right. So that's what I want to see. Definitely not an issue at all. Let me just make a note here. All right, so this one, so we have another one. I think one of the earlier members who wanted me to look at this one here. Let me just try to bring out the Aeon. Okay, Aeon. So let's look at Aeon. So Aeon company in here. Now Aeon also very similar, as I said before. Market still trading up. No doubt you have the red pentagon in here. You just have to be careful in here, right? If you want to take profit, you can take some partial profit if you want to. That's the early part of this thing in here. But if the market were to break down, that you might want to exit. All right, it's a very simple way of following. We have TechFast. Okay, so TechFast, what we have here, we have a very good spring. All right, so if you have exceeded, then let's look at the TechFast. Let me just type in TechFast. Okay, I would assume you have TechFast already, right? Okay, TECFAST. Okay, let me just look at TechFast. So TechFast, we'll look at the stock comment and charts in here. So TechFast is in orange trend zone. Be careful. The uptrend may reverse soon in here. So you are minus 7.7% since the red pentagon loss in here. All right. Yeah. So what is trying to say? So do you want to, let's look at the trading plan for TechFast. Okay, only buy when you're above 50 cents and 50 cents in here, and you want to hold less than now. TechFast may not be the best stock to trade unless pull back. Okay, and you can see exit if you holding TechFast. Let's look at the exit strategy here. Exit strategy here is definitely the 39 cents, which is the 38.9, which is here. That's if it does break that, you want to stop. Now, also important to note that when your money is stuck here, let's say 2-3 months, and there are other shares moving up. What are you going to do about that? All right, so that's one of the things I want to talk about is a trading strategy portfolio where you have an expiration date for that one. So you want to exit and then come back in later. All right, so that's important too. Okay, also look at Iris. Okay, that will probably be okay. Now Iris is nice. It broken up very nicely to 43% in here. The question is, do you have it? If you have, I assume you have it already, because if you have bought during the green pentagon, that's very nice. All right, so this one is just nice. So let's look at the Iris. Having said that, so I'm looking in here on my phone here. So let's look at Iris. We have the stock comment. Okay, it's bullish. 90% looks pretty good in here. Iris is at 14% since the green pentagon on the 26th of November. So this is the 26th of November. So the 26th of November, if you have bought it here, that's about, you have about 14% in here. It's very nicely, just follow the trend up there. All right, when to take profit? Exit strategy for Iris is you got 43 cents. So target 1 and target 2 already hit lah. Okay, and or you wait for the what we call the red pentagon to take some profit, definitely insure, and a stop loss is at about 33 cents, which is way far back. So that's pretty good. Let the profit run. All right, so that's for Iris. Of course, you have some in here. I wouldn't have time to look at it, but generally it's the same thing I do. I'll look at the trend zone and see how that. So what I'm trying to do is just to share with you how I look at the stocks. I pretty much rely on SMARTRobie and looking at the trading plan in here. Let's look at one last one, MMC. Okay, for that one. So MMC will be for Malaysia. I think I don't read it, Richard. Is there one? Yeah, MMC here. Okay, MMC Corporation. So again, MMC, when I type it in here, MMC Corporation. Okay, I need to have the code. Okay, MMC CORP. Okay, so I'm going to look at stock chart and comment for MMC. So in here, it is still bullish rating, 62%. Orange trend zone in here. So again, what do you want to do with it? All right. So looking at the exit strategy here, assume you have it. That's why you're asking me. Think to exit at 82 cents. So 82 cents is your stop loss in here. Now this market is in orange trend zone. What does it mean? It means it is likely to move sideways, as you said here inside here. MMC Pentagon Guider is orange trend zone, bearish. Be careful as the uptrend may reverse later. So right now, this market seems to be moving sideways in here. All right. So that's how we look at it until you see likelihood of what we call. Now, if you have gone in here, right, and exit here, let's say, hypothetically, you have gone in here and exit here. That will be at least a 13% profit in here. So you will take at least some partial profit and then just move on to the next stocks. And that's what we likely suggest you want to do. Now, okay, going forward, now how does this make sense? Okay, so what we have done is to use the Pentagon, some of the top trade that you may miss off. Now there's a QR code on the right hand side. That's some sort of a strategy that we talk about in here. But we really want to share with you going forward in 2021 is the Pentagon Guided Trading Portfolio Strategy. Now many of you, we talk about it just now. We have one Padini or one SLVAS, and how do you make sense of it? How can you trade it as a strategy portfolio? Now this is based on the 2020, starting from January 4th, the back testing. Again, this is all back testing. All the records is on the Scan Me QR code. Just take a look at that one. But we will cover this in the one-day course, more in depth. Some of those who came and did the review, you win it in here. This is the top 2020 trades that you may miss off. So if you put that trading strategy of 35,000, which just look at the QR code, right? You would have made about 106% return for year 2021 or 8.8% per month. Now, how many of you like that one, right? If you like that strategy in here, do take a look at the trading portfolio strategy in here, because we find that going forward, this strategy combining Pentagon Guider, building up the number of trades, your size of trade, when to exit, when to take profit, just like the trading plan, you are able to do much better than the entire market. Now, if you compare to the KLCI here, it's just merely 2%. That's about 106% return in here. All right. And one of the things that we do here, we have a very systematic way of looking at the market. And if you were to trade that, and if you're interested just to make money rather than having an opinion, this is something that you want to look at. Because I always say, if you cannot do as well as SMARTRobie in 106% return, maybe you want to follow some of the ideas from SMARTRobie again, all right? Again, we all learn differently. I think many of us learn best when we lose some money, isn't it? And that's what we want to share with you in here. All right, so this is the, so use that QR code, and a lot of the trade setup, what we show about here, is very similar on the line change in here. And that's what we talk about, looking at the earlier trades, just like we have it for Pekka. Okay, let me just show you Pekka again, bringing back Pekka. Okay, now you see here, this is what we talk about, the line change, the spring. It's a very beautiful classic pattern. Okay, very spring classic pattern in here. So this is the QR code. Again, if some of you want to watch the screen in here. And don't forget, on Wednesday night will be our final talk for the year, 30th of December. Yes, we still have talk coming out in here that I'll review all the sectors that has fared very well and those who didn't do very well. And some of the lessons learned, just like the lesson learned we learned from the Pentagon Guider, that I really want to share with you going forward in here. And because what we really go to is all the intricacy of how the market in, and some of you who want to upgrade your skill, definitely you can come for our February intake, which is the masterclass. That's after Chinese New Year. As I said before, the 2021 is going to be a good year. Those who came 2 weeks ago, I think they're reaping benefit, and we are sharing that 106% return on the Pentagon trading portfolio strategy that we'll share with you in here. So what does it mean? Now again, this one-day investing course, the people, 5 of them will get to come for a one-day investing course, and also getting the 500 credit. Thank you again for your support and your feedback in here. And really, we really want to share with you this important strategy in here, that it's not that difficult, you know, to do it. We have done a couple of years, the 2020-2019. So the coaches, myself, we are actually sort of planning a strategy and a backtesting exercise to get you to trade what we call the Pentagon Guided trading portfolio strategy, because we find that this strategy will still work in 2021. And do scan up that details on the left hand side. There's more details on that one. We find that if you are struggling with year 2020, not doing so well, maybe you want to learn about our trading strategy, definitely you can join our courses that we have in here. Definitely the February intake will definitely help out a lot. So that's all I have for today in here. And also do join our Telegram chat room if you are not your first timer in here, and share with your friend, and definitely they will benefit in here. I apologize, I'm not able to cover many of your stocks. Again, we will see you on Wednesday. All right, Wednesday. Oh, sorry. On Wednesday morning, sorry, there won't be, the Wednesday morning will be cancelled. Okay, I will cancel the Wednesday morning talk because I'll be outstation, but the Wednesday night talk will be here. So I'll see you on Wednesday night, okay, for our sector relief. And thank you for sharing this video in here, and we hope we have a best for the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.